Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on FightZone with Mr. Dennis Hobson and Mr. Steve Crump for Fight Academy. Proudly sponsored by J&J Crump & Sons, Cayman Island Boxing Federation, A-Team Cranes, Island Paving, Elite Marble and Granite, and GSM proudly presents 4 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. Our timekeeper at the bell for this contest is Peter Humphrey. Our referee in charge, scoring the action, Jamie Kirkpatrick. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our officials. If you're ready to welcome our boxers, make some noise! Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner and wearing the green shorts. On the scales, he weighed in 10 stone, 3 pounds and 2 ounces. This evening taking part in his 119th contest as a professional from Worcester, Michael Madman Mooney. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent. Facing him across the ring and boxing out of the red corner, wearing the green shorts trimmed with black and gold. On the scales, he weighed in 9 stone, 13 pounds and 6 ounces. This evening, making his professional debut from Hull, Harry Edgecumbe.
Well, we have the privilege of sitting ringside for the beginning of another fighter's professional career as Harry Edgecumbe joins the pro ranks on his debut. We had Liam Macmillan earlier with an excellent debut. I'm sure that Harry will want to follow in his footsteps as he's in the very shiny green, gold and black shorts fighting out of the red corner against Michael Madman Mooney, the man from Worcester, 38 years old, in the green shorts fighting out of the blue corner. And he does have, Harry Edgecumbe, that look that when all your adrenaline has flooded your limbs, Spencer, stood right in front of us here when he entered the ring, that sort of look when you go almost pale, if that makes sense, because it's the nervous energy searing through your veins.
Do you know what it is, Stacey? It's about that professional debut. I remember my one clearly, and I think everyone remembers that professional debut. That's the fight that you remember, and it's like, you know, he's brought a tremendous crowd here as well. He sold a lot of tickets here tonight. It'll be about keeping his composure, sticking to the game plan. He's in against Michael Madman Mooney, who knows his way around the ring, been there,
he's
seen
not
it,
been
done
stopped
it.
since 2022.
No.
And yet then you have to go all the way back to 2019. For his stoppage against Robbie Vernon, so he is very durable. This is 9th outing of this year as well, so yeah, the 38-year-old brings a great deal of experience. He's had over 100 fights, so certainly knows his way around the ring. Harry Edgecumbe, as you just said, Spencer, there's all that build-up, isn't there? I remember my debut as well, like you were just saying. You've had the medical, you've gone through seeing the board and getting the paperwork, and it's all such a big build-up, isn't it? And then finally you're there, stood in the ring waiting for that bell to go, and it really is a huge occasion for everybody who's supported you as well.
Absolutely, it's one of the most memorable ones, and it's a good start from Edgecumbe here. He's worked well, he's landed a couple of good shots round the side there with that right hook to the body. Mooney covering up well, doing what he does best, making things difficult for Edgecumbe, but it's a nice confident start, but a nice composed start as well here from Edgecumbe.
He has had amateur experience, Edgecumbe. I actually saw him at Bridgewater in Salford fighting a couple of years ago, but roughly a 50-50 amateur record, and got into it boxing 15. A friend got him into it, and it's taken a couple of years to get to this point to make his pro debut. He's had experience at the Haringey Box Cup, he's had good sparring, and I think one of the big things about these occasions as well, Spencer, is people's personal. And Harry's father passed away sadly in 2018, and he does say that has been a big part of him pushing himself to get here. So that will be not the you want to get caught up in the fight, but certainly that'll be firing him in his belly, won't it, and pushing him forward.
Absolutely. Listen, you understand the drive and you understand the desire behind that. Then when you say something like that, and, you know, for Edgecumbe, it's all about, you know, wanting to make his father proud and like doing, you know, wanting to drive on and push on, and that gives you that extra incentive. You know, that gets you up early in the morning. That makes you train harder than you've ever wanted to train, because you have a reason for doing that. You know, and I think for Harry Edgecumbe, this will be, you know, a moment that will stick with him. And great first round, a brilliant first round. He come out nice and composed, worked the body impressively there, flicking the jabs upstairs, winging them right hook round to the body as well. Yeah, very impressive start, nice composed start from him there, and he'll be glad that first round is out and under his belt now.
Yeah, he's got a bit more colour back in his cheeks, Spencer, and when I say sometimes when you have that absolute adrenaline that just floods the system, fighters can get that pale look on the face. It's not bad necessarily, you know, it affects everybody differently, but I think he's handled the occasion, the pressure really, really well. But I think we'll see him settle more and be able to set up his shots more as this one progresses. Now that first round.
Absolutely, the first round is the most important round of your professional career. It's how that goes, you know, that installs that confidence in you, because going from amateurs to professional, anybody that doesn't know that, any of the viewers that may be wondering what the difference is, honestly, when the head guards are off and the gloves are smaller, it's two totally
and when
different
you forget
sports.
Your gum shield.
Absolutely, that's not a great start to the professional ranks, is it? But yeah, no, it's a totally different thing. So that first round is so important, and getting that out the way and coming out unscathed is a big thing. He showed great composure there. Now he'll be to build on that in this second round.
He's got great support inside the leisure centre, and I'm sure we'll have people following him on FightZone and TalkSport who've seen him in action tonight as he starts to let that backhand go and it's finding its range, and he's building in here.
Yeah, nice right hand.
Hull.
Nice right hand over the top there.
Mooney just shouting at him, imploring him to come forward.
Well, you now know where he gets the name Madman. You saw that, he got tagged with a right hand, and yeah.
These are the characters that we love in the sport of boxing, that you'd struggle to find other sports that some of the characters in boxing would find a place in, and that's precisely what we love about it. Everybody is welcome in this sport, and we do get all sorts, and all the better for it, as Madman Mooney. He's giving as good as he gets here as well, isn't he? He's not just tucking up, Spencer. He's giving Edgecumbe plenty to think about. Yep,
showing a little bit of ambition for sure. I think he took a couple of right hands early in the round, and that sort of livened him up a little bit. I think he's trying to, you know, just say to Edgecumbe, listen, mate, don't get too leery, don't get too confident. And he's letting a few shots of his own go as well. So it's a good competitive round here in the second. Edgecumbe doing the better work, controlling the space very well, working everything behind that jab, staying nice and composed, but Mooney playing his part in a very competitive round here.
This one's scheduled for 4 threes. It's Madman Mooney, again, living up to his name. Mouth wide open, shouting at Edgecumbe. He's not letting it take him off his focus. He's still sticking behind that jab and just trying to find his range, and he's finding that difficult at times, just falling short, Spencer, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He just needs to move the feet into range before throwing the shots. Mooney looks nice and comfortable in there himself at the moment.
Could do with perhaps sometimes doubling that jab as well, Spencer, that should it fall short, he can step in behind it again, and then there we go. That was much better. He
heard you there, Stace, that's for sure. He threw the double jab cross straight away and landed straight on the button. But yeah, I think that, you know, for Edgecumbe, he just needs to, like you say, double up on that jab, find that range, just move your feet into range first, let the shots go, and when you get there, put them together, because I think that Edgecumbe, obviously he's not the biggest puncher out there, but he should put volume together, like sure he's listening to us actually, because every time we say something he seems to respond to it. So
it's a tidy performance from him though, isn't it? It's, you know, it's clean, technically sound, and the crowd are absolutely behind him, because every bit of success that he has is met with rapturous applaud from his supporters, which is great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely is. You know, it's like I say, it's a memorable night for him here, making his debut, and he's had 2 good rounds there, and it's been character building. Madman's way now, just said hello to me over in the other corner. That tells you exactly about
You're just glad that's a friendly wave. That wave from the Madman came with a smile.
Absolutely.
Because it looks like it could be something else on a different night. So
I must have said something quite positive in that round.
If the mood changes, I've got you back, don't worry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen.
We'll tag team.
Yep.
There you go, a wave for Spencer. I told you he was a broadcasting marvel, didn't I?
Let's keep this positive about Madman now, why things are going this way.
I'm going to tell him everything you've said. I'll interview Harry after you can interview Madman Mooney.
Yeah, well, it's a fantastic start here from Mooney in this putting the shots together really
Never
well,
seen
really
anything like it.
Oh dear.
Oh, brilliant.
Yep.
He's marauding forward here, putting on a show.
He absolutely is. He's
going to catch the eye.
Let's go.
This is another part of it, isn't it? That you always get to see if the camera angle perhaps doesn't catch it. From our vantage point here, we've seen on a few occasions, Spencer, Madman Mooney wide open, just screaming at Edgecumbe. Try and explain to people what those are all about.
Right, so it's all about getting inside the head. What people don't understand is that boxing is 20. I think that when you get into a fighter's head, you break the game plan of a fighter, and I think that that's what these journeymen do. They're great at trying to, Harry Edgecumbe's having his debut, and he's trying to get inside the head of him so that he breaks the game plan. Edgecumbe makes a mistake, and then obviously Mooney will make him pay. So he's playing with a mind as well. He's using his experience. It's not just about the physicalities in there. A lot of it is about the mind games as well, and Mooney's playing those mind games, speaking to him, winding him up, showing him he's not hurt. It's very.
And the crowd do respond to that, don't they, as well? When they're, they've all got their tickets, they've been part of the build-up to the debut, and they've come to support their fighter. And then there's somebody mocking them and laughing at them, smiling at them, screaming at them, and the crowd get really into that as well, don't they?
Yeah. Do you know what? Going from to pros, like Edgecumbe wouldn't be used to someone speaking to him, taunting him, touting him. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. So for him, Edgecumbe's going to be going, what's going on here? The guy's speaking to me. He's talking to me. I'm not used to this. I don't know any of this. For Mooney, he knows that. He knows how to play. He knows how to press the button. So it's smart stuff there from Mooney.
Like something out of Fight Club at times. This isn't like a movie scene.
Absolutely. But Edgecumbe, to his credit, he's not taking the bait. He's not biting.
Madman Mooney looks like he could play a part straight away in a Tarantino movie, doesn't he?
You can see it, can't you? Fight Club. You can see it now.
Absolutely. Nimble on his feet now, Madman Mooney. He's got a spring in his step. He's given it a good go in this round. Edgecumbe's dealt with it well, though. But he's certainly given him plenty to deal with. And this is exactly what these contests are all about. For debutants and fighters in the early days, he's dealing with the mental aspects, the physical pressure, the frustration. They offer a little bit of everything to these away fighters.
Don't you just love the character, though? I love the character of these fighters.
As I say, Spencer, I do not know any other sports when you think of the biggest characters in your gym, and everybody watching and listening who's been in any kind of boxing gym will have those characters that come straight the sport of boxing. Absolutely.
You got to love that, and that's what makes the sport of boxing. Who was making his debut? Michael Mooney. 5 losses, 3 draws. He's there to teach fighters like Edgecumbe. It's part of the development, part of the apprenticeship, really.
Shouting at his corner, Mooney.
I love it. I just love those characters, don't you?
Brilliant, absolutely fabulous. And this is exactly the right sport for characters like that, and they bring so much to it. And the crowd, even though they get the backup, they always appreciate it at the end, because that is part of the entertainment aspect of boxing. And Mooney certainly brings the entertainment as he's still continuing a chat or maybe a debate with his corner as this 4th and final round gets underway. Edgecumbe, what do we make of his pro debut so far, Spencer?
Yep, it's been an educated, educated pressure. He's been just sort of pushing forward, working behind the jab. Well, there's a lot to like from, there's still a lot to learn, obviously, but he's only having his debut. But it's been impressive. He's got a great variety of shots to body and head. He hasn't taken the bait from Mooney, who's been trying to draw him in, talking to him, trying to get inside the head of him, but Edgecumbe's kept his composure. So, very impressive debut for sure.
Mooney's definitely not one of those guys who you jump in front of a queue, is he?
No, he certainly isn't. No, he's the sort of guy you want on your side as opposed to against you, isn't he?
He is.
But he's a big character. He's a big character.
The absolute heart that he's got, because at the end of every round, Spencer, what people might not see is that he's gone and tapped gloves with Harry to let him know, I'm putting you, through your paces, I'm giving you a bit of stick, but he's sort of guiding the youngster through these rounds, isn't he? And that shows the real true character and heart of Mooney, and what he means to this sport. And he understands his role as well. That's
exactly it, and he's engaging with the crowd as well. The crowd are loving it, whether they're here not for him, they're appreciating it. He's like playing the pantomime villain, and that is important. But like you say, Stace, I think the ultimate respect is there from Madman Mooney. He's taunting him, he's growling at him, he's calling him in, he's trying everything he can, but he respects him, that's for sure.
I think we can coin that, whatever that was a moment ago, the Mooney shuffle maybe. He's certainly got the moves, hasn't he? Nice work. Edgecumbe really doing well though, because of course he's not been distracted by any of this. He's stuck to his boxing, got behind the jab, let the backhand go when he's had the opportunity. He's been solid and compact, and the crowd have really enjoyed this one because they've both brought so much to it, both fighters in different capacities. A little bit of a shimmy now. That even gets a laugh from Harry's corner, and rightly so, because great antics from him. He should be called the entertaining Madman, I think, because he's certainly brought the entertainment this evening. But Edgecumbe really applied himself well.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining contest, this one, and Edgecumbe, as you said, has he's applied himself very, very well. He's presented himself very well. He's kept to the game plan. He's stuck to the game plan. Hasn't made any silly, fundamental little mistakes. He's been very workmanlike. But credit to Michael Madman Mooney, who's made this an entertaining contest.
Celebrates his own backhand landing there right at the end of the fourth round. What a great contest, and Madman Mooney walks Harry over to his supporters and make sure that the supporters show their appreciation for Edgecumbe. Not that they needed any encouragement. Really, really good professional debut from him. I'll be talking to him ringside in a moment. I'm sure he'll be happy, first of all, to get that of the way, because not that you want it to flash by, but you just want to get that first win under your belt to get through the occasion, do the build up, showcase what you can do and get your pro career underway. And he's done that, and in solid.
Great composure there, great maturity in that performance. He didn't take the bait, against Madman Mooney, who was trying everything to get inside his head. He was clowning around, when he's getting hit with shots, he was talking to him, taunting him. But,
taking a bow together now.
Yeah, it's great, man, and the crowd love it. The crowd absolutely love it. They've been thoroughly entertained. This is what boxing's all about. Grassroots boxing, this is what it's all about. Great performance there from Harry Edgecumbe. Good to see him get off to a winning start, but what a performance by his opponent as well. Michael Madman Mooney, he come and he delivered.
Spencer's exactly right. This is exactly what grassroots boxing is all about, and we absolutely love it. Let's get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please have a big round of applause for both of our boxers. After 4 rounds of action, we go to our referee, Jamie Kirkpatrick's scorecard, which reads 40 points to 36 in favour of your winner. Now 1-0 as a professional, Harry Edgecumbe.
It's hard to put into words, isn't it, Spencer? That feeling at the end of your debut after all the build-up which we've talked about at length, when you hear 1-0 and your hand be raised, what a release of all that emotion. It's a great feeling, isn't it? And you just instantly want to do it all over again.
Stace, it's a huge feeling, it really is. Like you say, the emotions, the build-up, going from amateur to professional. I remember my amateur debut, and there was a lot of pressure to deliver, and you want to perform, and it's all about. And I think what we saw there from Harry Edgecumbe was that he kept his composure. Yep, there's things to work on, but he worked. And Mooney there giving you a few words, but yeah, like I say about this debut, you know, it's all about keeping your composure. And he absolutely done that. Now, Stace, you're there with Harry. Over to you.
Harry, really good performance on your professional debut. Goodness me, you've had everything to deal with there. Madman Mooney, ever the entertainer. What was it like in there for you?
Oh, he's a talker, isn't he? I mean, he gives it a lot, but respect to him. He's come out, you know, give me an hard night, and hats off to him.
How did you rate your performance? Because you kept your concentration despite all of those antics.
I mean, yeah, I did. I respect all my fans. I thank them all for coming out, you know. And yeah, it's concentration, do you know what I mean? It's keep your head focused, especially with Mooney as well, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I kept my head in the game and kept me 100%. I need to go back to the gym and focus on some, you know, little bits, but yeah, I kept me 100%. I got the win at the end of the night.
And I know this has been a long journey for you to get to this point of making your pro debut. I know that a big motivation for you was your father as well. He'd be very proud of that performance tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
What's that journey been like, and what did it feel like to finally make your pro debut?
It's been a long 3 years. Do you know, I've got through it all and couldn't do it without my girlfriend. One bit, so.
Well, that's lovely. I mean, what do you want to say to these fans who were in fine voice tonight and right behind you every step of the way?
8-6, baby!
Come on. Really good debut. Go and celebrate with all your fans. Well done. Looking forward to seeing you out again.